Hey, what's up? I wanted to get my final Loki theory out there. And this is the only way to do it because I didn't bring it up yesterday on the podcast because I didn't think of it yesterday. I thought of it today because I can't stop thinking about this Loki series. And so if you haven't listened to the last episode, a lot of what we talked about kind of leads into my final theory here and what I think could possibly happen in the final episode. But yeah, go make sure you listen to the Loki episode that we recorded for episode 5, Journey into Mystery. And in that episode, what we do is we kind of talk about, a possible theory of a version of our Loki from the future has taken over the TVA. And now Sylvie and Loki meet this Loki face to face. Now let's say they defeat this Loki. Now this leaves the TVA and the sacred timeline without anyone ruling it. Will the temptation overtake our Loki? And what if our Loki in that moment pulls a Kylo Ren after, Kylo Ren and Rey in The Last Jedi kill Snoke and he asks Sylvie to rule with him? Now at this point, Sylvie has to make a decision. She can agree to rule with him. And, at that point, maybe they embrace and kiss, and then the sacred timeline goes crazy and branches off into a bunch of different, crazy time streams and all these different Nexus events or whatever, and it just creates the multiverse of madness. Or she could say no and then kill Loki. And then that also, a Loki killing a Loki could also drive the sacred timeline into, going crazy and branching off and doing all this other crazy shit. Or I was thinking it actually could be a combination of the two things where she tricks our Loki and agrees and they embrace and then she stabs him with a dagger to kill him. And yeah, I mean, it kind of goes back to that quote that we had in Lamentus where, Loki's drunk and he's talking about, how, love is a dagger. And, he says, what does he say? He says, love is a dagger. It's a weapon to be wielded far away or up close. You can see yourself in it. It's beautiful until it makes you bleed. But ultimately, when you reach for it, and then Sylvie finishes his sentence, she says, it isn't real. So maybe Loki takes the dagger from Sylvie and ends up dying. Our Sylvie kills Loki. And, I don't know. It's just a theory. I do think that there's a big chance that after this is all done and said and done with, that, our Loki might be asking Sylvie to rule with him and she's going to have a decision to make. So that is my final. Yeah, I'm locking it in, Regis. That's my final Loki theory. I just wanted to throw it out there. We'll see what happens when Loki episode 6 drops on Wednesday. All right, guys, have a great rest of your weekend.